Hey you guys, this is Michelle Goldstein and you're at Heart Alchemy Yoga here on YouTube. And today we're going to do a quick flow with an emphasis on stretching the quadriceps, the fronts of the legs. So this will help to open up your practice in numerous ways. It will also help to open up your posture, allow you to stand upright more easily. Let's go ahead and get started. Come to child's pose. We'll work really a lot of other muscle groups as well here. But the first and most important group to dial into is using the muscle of your mind to align with your breathing practice. So obviously the mind is not really a muscle, but in yoga we exercise the mind and train the mind to be present. So begin to bring your mind to your breath and allow your breath to smooth out. And you'll come up to your hands and your knees. As best you can, keep the breath smooth, tuck the toes under, press back to downward facing dog pose. And so the real challenge of the yoga practice, in my opinion, is just simply keeping the mind present with the breath. As you root your hands down into your mat, spread your fingers. Work the thumb and the pointer finger down, especially into the ground. And just go ahead and bend your left knee. Press your right heel down. And then straighten the left leg, bend the right knee. Work the left heel down to the ground. And then with your breath, inhale the right heel down, bend the left knee. And then inhale the left heel down, bend the right knee. Good. One more time. Inhale, right heel down. And switch. Good. And then both heels lift up. Inhale. And exhale, both heels down to the ground. Inhale, shift forwards to plank. Exhale, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, draw the hips back to downward facing dog pose. Deep breath through your nose. Lift your right leg up. And go ahead and turn the right hip open. Bend the right knee. Spread the toes. Lift the left shoulder a little bit. And then straighten the right leg. Square off the hips. Step the right foot all the way up to the front of your mat. Set your left knee down. So if you like at home, you could pad up your left knee, your back knee, with a towel or a blanket. You might want to keep one handy for this practice because we'll be doing a lot of, because we're doing a lot of quad stretches, we end up on the knees quite a bit. Lift the low belly, sink the hips forwards. Soften the shoulders down the back. And begin to take the wrists back. Lift the heart up. Inhale. And exhale the hands down to the mat. Tuck the back toes. Press back to downward dog pose. Okay, and inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to downward dog pose. Deep breath through your nose. If you can, lift the left leg up. Turn the left hip open, bend the left knee. Lift the right shoulder a little bit so the upper back stays level. And then straighten the left leg. Square off the hips. Step the left foot all the way up to the front of your mat. Lower your right knee Take the arms up. So you could also, depending on what kind of mat you have, you might want to just fold your mat over just to pad up the knee a little more. Also consider this. Come forwards a little bit, just over the patella, just over the kneecap, so that you're not right on top of it. Slide the shoulders down the back, lift the heart up, inhale. Good, you guys. Exhale the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. And inhale again to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Go ahead and bring your feet forwards to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in half. Interlace your fingers behind your back. We'll stretch the arms up and over. Stretch the backs of your legs maybe a little bit. Flex your thighs. So actually engage the quadriceps here. And then rise up to stand up. Reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Come all the way down. And inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, step back or jump back if you prefer to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog pose. Just keep the mind aligned with the moment. Your breath is happening right now in the moment, which makes it a useful touchstone for the mind. Bring your feet to the front of your mat. You can walk or hop. Lengthen on your inhale and fold in on the exhale. Interlace with the opposite grip behind your back. Stretch the arms up and over for a few. Let the neck relax so the head becomes heavy here. And then belly in, rise up to stand up. Inhale. And fold forwards on the exhale. Lengthen out, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa, make your way back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Okay, from here, step your right foot up to your hands. Come up to crescent pose. Bring the left hip a little forwards. When you do that, when you bring the left hip a little forwards, engage the inner legs and start to lengthen the left heel back. If it's better for your back, if it feels better for your back, you can bend that back knee. Otherwise, press the legs straight, the left leg straight. And just one more inhale here. And on the exhale, we'll take the hands down, step up onto the right leg, and come to standing splits for a few breaths. Allow your head to drop here. You can take your hands to blocks, if that helps you. Flex your thighs, spread your toes. And just one more breath in here. And exhale, step back to crescent pose just for a breath. Float the arms up, inhale. And exhale the hands down to the ground. Step to plank and lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale to downward dog pose. Step the left foot up to your hands. Come up to crescent. So now we're on the back toes. Bring the right hip a little forwards. Lengthen the right heel back a little bit. Lift the frontal hip points up. Inhale. And exhale, lower the hands down. Step onto the left leg. Fold forwards. Spread your toes and take your arms up into the shoulder sockets. And slide those shoulders away from the ears. Good. Now step back to Crescent Pose for a breath. One inhale, bend the left knee, float the arms up. Exhale the hands down to the ground, step to plank, and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So we'll warm up in a similar fashion to what I usually teach. And we'll move into some more quad stretches as we warm up a bit. Go ahead and walk or hop your feet to your hands. Lengthen on your inhale and fold in on the exhale. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, inhale, and fold forwards on your exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, vinyasa, make your way back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the right foot up to your hands, back heel flat. Come up, warrior one, inhale. And exhale, release the hands. Step back to plank and lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Step the left foot through, back heel flat. Come up, warrior one, inhale. And exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath. Good, and then when you're ready, bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, come to chair pose on an inhale, and fold forwards on the exhale. Good, inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, vinyasa, make your way back. Up dog's the inhale. Down dog's the exhale. Step the right foot through. Come up, warrior one pose, inhale. And exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps through. Come up, warrior one pose, inhale. And exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. So truly, the moments that we have breathing on our mat are some of the most precious and sacred moments. All moments are sacred during the day, but the time that we take for ourselves is especially precious. Go ahead and bring your feet to your hands. This is really intimate time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, come to chair pose, inhale, and fold forwards on the exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, make your way back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the right foot through, come up, warrior one, inhale. And exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps through. Come up, warrior one, inhale. And exhale to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. So do relish this time. Do savor these moments, even if they're challenging. They are sweet. One more round, you guys. Walk or hop the feet up. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, inhale, and exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, chaturanga, make your way back. Inhale up. Exhale, back to dog. Step the right foot through, come up, warrior one pose, inhale. And exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the left foot through, come up, warrior one. For a breath, inhale. And exhale, release, plank, and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step the right foot through to the front of your mat. Come to warrior one, inhale. Open up to warrior two, exhale. Good, and then for a breath, come to reverse warrior, inhale. And exhale, up and over to side angle pose. Any variation that you like of this pose is totally cool. You can take the right hand down like I do on the inside of the right foot. You can take your right hand to a block. You could also rest your right elbow up on your right thigh. But do lengthen your stance enough that you can get the right knee to about 90 degrees and the back leg straight. Good, now just take one more breath here. And bring both hands down to the ground. Come up on the back toes. Plant the left hand down, reach the right arm up. Slide the shoulders down the back. Feel the rib cage lift a little bit. Get a little rotation in the upper back. And then lower the right hand down. Step to plank. Bring your feet together. Roll to the outer right foot and reach the left arm up for side plank. Flex the feet, spread the toes, and lift the right hip up into the left hip. Good. Now take the left arm over the left ear just for a breath, hips up a little higher, and then lower the left hand down, and either back to dog or vinyasa. Good, now lift the left leg, inhale. Exhale, step through with the left foot. Come up, warrior one. And open up to warrior two. Reverse warrior, inhale, keep the left knee bent. Exhale, up and over to side angle pose. So set it up so that it's the pose that fits your body best. That's how you know you're really practicing yoga, is that you're customizing your practice so that it fits precisely what your body needs in any given moment. Now work the back leg straight. Sit down into the left hip a little. Get a little twist in the upper back. And then bring the right hand down. Come up on the back toes. Reach the left arm up now for a twist in the other direction. Shoulders move down the back. Relax your face. Make sure that the left knee is bent to 90. Lift the rib cage a little bit, open the chest. Good, and then take the left hand down, step to plank. Bring the feet together, roll to the outer left foot, reach the right arm up. Flex the feet, flex the thighs, spread the toes. Shoulders down the back. And then right arm reaches over the right ear, lift the hips up a little higher, and lower the right hand down. Vinyasa. And back to downward dog. Just feel your heartbeat in your chest. Feel your breath move in and out of your lungs. When you're ready, bring the feet to the front of your mat. Lengthen on your inhale. Fold on the exhale. Rise up to stand up. Inhale. And exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, vinyasa, make your way back. Up dog is the inhale. Downward dog is the exhale. Good, lift the right leg up, inhale. And then exhale, bring the right knee over to the left elbow. Good, inhale, lift the right leg up. This time, exhale, right knee to the right elbow. And one more time, lift the right leg up, inhale. Exhale, bring the right knee into your chest. Set the right foot down at the front of your mat. Spin the left heel flat. Come to warrior one. And let's interlace the fingers behind the back. Fold forwards into humble warrior pose. Let your head drop. Hug the right hip in to the midline of your body. Bring the shoulder blades together. Soften your jaw, soften your brow. And just one more breath here. Okay, come up to warrior one. And open up to warrior two pose. Okay, reverse warrior again, inhale. And this time press the right leg straight for reverse triangle. And then reach forwards with the right arm. Take your right hand down either somewhere on the right leg or a block or the floor on the outside of the right foot for triangle. Flex your thighs, so keep the quadriceps engaged. The quads and the hamstrings work intricately together. So before we come in and stretch the quadriceps, we're intentionally doing some hamstring stretches because sometimes if we don't warm up the backs of the legs first, the quads, when we're stretching them, the hamstrings start to cramp up. So this helps to just warm up the whole body before we move into one of the biggest muscle groups in your body. Quadriceps are big muscles. And just take one more breath here. Okay, and come up to warrior two. And release the hands down to your mat. Step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog pose. Lift the left leg up, inhale. Exhale the left knee to the right elbow. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, left knee now to the left elbow for a breath. Good, inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, left knee to the chest. Set the left foot down at the front of your mat, back heel flat. Come up, warrior one. Interlace your fingers with the opposite grip behind your back and fold forwards into humble warrior pose. Deeply breathing, deeply breathing. Now feel the inner legs engage. So you'll want to plant your feet down, all four corners of both feet, and start to draw the feet in towards each other isometrically to wake up the inner leg muscles. Okay, one more breath here. And then come up to warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale the left leg straight and reach forwards into triangle pose. To be present with our body means that we've ditched any agenda. Which means, for example, if your right side is more open than your left side, or vice versa, they're going to show up differently in your body. The stretches will feel and potentially look different from side to side. That's fine. We use the different sides of our bodies differently, the two sides of our bodies. We use them differently. You know, you've been brushing your teeth with the same hand probably most of your life, and you're fine. But just for example, be present with your body here. It's not what it was on the other side, and it's not what it was yesterday, and it's not what it will be tomorrow, and it's most definitely not what anybody else is doing. Now come up to Warrior Two pose on the inhale, and exhale the hands to your mat, step to plank, and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to downward dog pose. Okay, one last bit here of the standing sequence. Step the right foot up, come up to crescent. We'll come from crescent pose into half moon. So you'll step directly up onto the right leg, right fingertips to the floor under the right shoulder, perhaps to a block. The left leg is lifted, but today, because we're doing quad stretches, see if you can bend your left knee, catch your left foot with your left hand from behind. Whoops. Keep your sense of humor, right? And then gently kick the left leg back rather than up. You don't want to kick the knee up. Get the left knee level as best you can to the left hip. Kick that left foot straight back behind you. This will also be a nice upper back stretch probably for you. Good, and then release the left leg back behind you. Bend the right knee a lot. And go ahead and step back to Warrior Two. Okay, and then from here, we'll take the hands down to the ground. Come up on your back toes. And with your right hand, see if you can reach back for the left foot. Okay, so stage one, you can stay here. And if you can't reach your foot with your hand, just leave that left foot on the floor and take your right hand to your right thigh, press your chest open. If you do have the foot with your hand and you want more, maybe you come down onto the left elbow. Start to just gently draw the left heel in towards your left hip. Keep the right side of the chest open so the right shoulder draws back a little bit. What can you soften right now? What can you relax? Okay, release the left foot down. Take the hands down. Press back to down dog. Lift the right leg up. Turn the right hip open again. Bend the right knee. Okay, now, if you like, let the weight of your right foot carry you into a tripod back bend. Right toes behind you. Lift the chest up. Let the neck soften. Good, and then use your core strength to come back to plank and vinyasa. Back to dog. Okay, step the left foot up to your hands. Come up to crescent pose. We'll come from here into half moon. Left hand down, right arm up. See if you can bend the right knee, catch the right foot from behind, and then just gently kick the right foot back to open the chest and stretch the right quadriceps and hip flexors. Let your neck relax. And then release the right leg, right arm straight up. Bend the left knee a lot to plant the right foot back behind you to Warrior Two. And then both hands down to the ground, come up on the back toes. Set your right knee down, okay? Maybe you bend the right knee, catch the right foot with the left hand. Maybe you lower the right elbow to the ground if that feels good to you. Maybe you start to bring the right heel in towards your right hip. Good. Relax a little bit. Relax. It can feel like a very intense stretch, so it's good to relax when it gets extra intense. And then release. And press back to down dog. Lift that left leg up. Turn the left hip open, bend the left knee. Maybe you drop into the back bend. Left toes to the ground behind you. Lift the chest up. Reach the left arm forwards and down towards the ground. And then use your core strength to come back to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Okay, release your toes. And go ahead and take your left forearm to the floor, crossing over, aligned with the front edge of your mat like this. Bring the legs together, and then you'll bend the right knee. Grab the right foot with the right hand. Okay, so we're coming in for Ardha, Bakasana, half frog pose. Start to draw the right heel down towards the outer edge of the right hip. And then if you can, turn your right fingertips forwards. Lift the right elbow, bring the right shoulder into a slight internal rotation actually, but take the right shoulder head back and start to draw that right heel down towards the ground. So be mindful that your knees don't come too far apart. Okay, and then release the right leg. Take the right forearm, cross your mat so it's in line with the front edge of your mat. Bend the left knee. Grab the left foot with the left hand, right? Knees towards each other. Maybe turn the left fingertips forwards if you can do. Start to draw the left heel down towards the outer edge of your left hip. The left elbow will lift up. This is always a fun one. This is one of those love it or don't love it so much poses. I happen to really enjoy it, but we don't do them because we love them, every single pose. A lot of times we do them because they're strong medicine and they work. So just learning to love that part of it. Okay, and then release. And before we come into back bends, well, let's just do one cobra, one back bend. And then bend the knees and come up to sit for Veer Asana. So in Veer Asana, if your bottom does not touch the floor, you can sit on a pillow or you can sit on a block or something. You want to bring the knees all the way together here. Make sure that the heels turn out and the toes turn in. So the heels will come to the outer edge of your hips. You'll drop the knees down. Okay, so if you're getting a good stretch here in the front of the legs, then stay here. If you want a little more, maybe you start to walk your hands back. Now keep your ego out of this because there's not one yoga pose they ever invented worth throwing your back out over, you know what I mean? So be really smart here. If it feels good, make sure the knees are still together, knees pressed down. Maybe you come down onto your elbows. And if it still feels like you could come a little deeper, just make sure you get some cat tilt with the pelvis. So lengthen the tailbone down, lift the pubic bone up towards your chin, and then maybe you come onto your back. And then maybe, if this feels good, you can take the arms over your head and clasp opposite elbows. So wherever you are along the way, if you're sitting upright, if you're on your elbows, if you're on your back, just close your eyes and drop into the moment. This is your sacred, precious time to yourself, for yourself, with yourself. You are the one that you spend the rest of your life with. You are your life partner. Okay, and then walk yourself up onto the elbows first. Okay, and now from here, we're actually going to do one more quad stretch. This is one of my all-time favorites. It's half Veer Asana. You'll take your left foot to the floor in front of you. Keep that right knee bent with the right Same setup as full Veer Asana. Right heel to the outer right hip. Make sure the heel turns out. Okay, stage 1, stay here with the left knee bent. Same thing as before. Stage 2, come onto the elbows. Stage 3, onto the back. Now, if you're on your back and you feel like you want more, then bend your left knee and see if you can grab onto your left knee with both hands. Your body is speaking to you right now. What is it telling you? And are you listening? And even more than that, are you responding to it compassionately and intelligently? So as you sit in the pose, you may choose to deepen it by moving the left knee closer to you, or you may choose to deepen it by backing off. Deepening the experience sometimes means taking a step back and getting perspective. Okay, and then from here, if you've got your knee, set the left foot on the floor. And if you're on your back, walk yourself up. Okay, and then you'll straighten the right leg in front of you. Likes to come out slowly. And you'll bend the left knee, take the left heel to the outer left hip. Just make sure your feet aren't turning out, because that can get tweaky on the ankles. We don't want to do that. We want to take care of the ankles. Bend your right knee, plant the right foot down. This may be enough. You may even be sitting on a pillow still. That's totally fine. You can sit on a pillow. You can sit your right hip on a block. If you want more, you can come back. Remember, right and left sides are different. So listen to what your body's telling you. If you're hugging the right knee in, that's fine. Go for that. It's nice to remember that it doesn't make us better if we're more flexible or stronger or better balanced as far as our ability to balance in yoga. It doesn't make us better at yoga, and it certainly doesn't make us better people. What makes us excel in our practice is our presence. So just returning time and time again to the moment, tuning in, listening. That's how we move forwards. That's how we evolve. Okay, so when you're ready, plant the right foot back down, come up onto the elbows, straighten the left leg in front of you, right leg in front of you for a moment, just shake the legs out. Okay, and so as long as we're here, we'll come in for a back bend. So bend your knees again, take your hips to your heels, lower down onto your back, lift the hips up, walk the shoulder blades together under the back, press the feet down, lift the chest up for bridge. You can stay here, or if you want more, take the hands, palms down by the shoulders, just above the shoulders. Come up onto the top of the head, and then start to lift up into bow, upward facing bow. Press the arms straight, and then here's the thing in bow, you want to start to press the heart towards towards the back of your mat or the front of your mat, whichever way you're facing. But you want to press the heart between the hands to straighten the legs. Good. Maybe you walk the hands in a little closer. Good. And then tuck the chin, lower onto the back of the neck. Release yourself down onto the ground. Let's go ahead and take the right knee, stack it on top of the left knee like eagle legs. And you'll grab onto the outer feet with your hands and start to pull your feet towards you. And by pull, I mean just gently bring them towards you. This is an excellent back release.
Okay, so you can stay longer here at home if you like. Otherwise, release the feet and set the left foot on the floor. Take your hips an inch to the right and drop your knees to the left for a twist. And allow your right shoulder to soften down towards the ground. Good, and then come back to center. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. So we're still on the same side here, and we'll do a quick thread the eye of the needle pose. You can grab onto the left hamstring with both hands or the left shin. It's your choice. Flex the right foot a little bit. Okay, and then go ahead and release and cross the left knee on top of the right knee for Bakasana legs. Grab onto the outer feet with the hands. Feel your shoulders and your back lengthen down onto the ground. Breathe. And then release the feet and set that right foot on the floor. Take your hips an inch to the left. Drop your knees over to the right for a twist. Feel the left shoulder sink down towards the ground. Good, and then come back to center. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh and come in for thread the eye of the needle. So all of these different muscles that work all day to keep us upright. Just all these nooks and crannies of ourselves. And in yoga, all we're doing is just paying a little attention, bringing a little love, a little breath, a little care, a little awareness, a little light. Okay, and then go ahead and release. Lie on your back and either take Shavasana or maybe bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop open and rest in Supta Baddha Konasana for a moment. Let your belly soften. Let your heart soften. Feel your brow soften, your jaw relax. You can stay here for as long as you like. When you're ready, bring your knees together, roll onto your side, and press yourself up to sit. And come to sit, close your eyes. And just be.
Just be here right now. Be here with your body, with your heart, with your mind. Be here energetically. Be here with your soul. Bring the palms together in front of your heart. Lift your heart, bow your head. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. This is Michelle Goldstein, and we're here at the Springs in downtown LA's Arts District, filming for Heart Alchemy Yoga. Please subscribe to Heart Alchemy to stay in the loop on future offerings, future classes. We're constantly adding new classes. We have an amazing community of teachers. Please comment, like, and share the videos. And also let us know if you have any special requests. We're happy to film them if we can. Thank you so much, you guys. Namaste.